Hello and welcome to this video brought to you by Lois Art. In this video, I'll be showing you how to prototype helmets inside Blender, and I'll be using tricks that makes the whole process very easy and fun and very iterative. So let's get started. This is the result of my test of creating this workflow and a failed tutorial. So that's fun. Yeah, so I can show you the topology for this. All of these are created almost very easily and automatic. So let's get started in a new scene. So we'll create a new scene. So you'll be needing a couple of things for this particular video. So the first is two add-ons. Sadly, I try to avoid add-ons for tutorials, but sometimes with Blender it's inevitable. So the first one is an add-on that you can get for free. The both add-ons are free actually. The first one is you can get it from the Blender extension. So you want to search for Bool 2. So this add-on makes it easy for you to Boolean objects. These are things you could do in Blender, but the add-on makes it light speed fast. And the second one is this awesome add-on called QRemesh. Remeshify. So I'll try to leave the link in the description. It's a very powerful retopology tool. Blender comes with two retopology solutions, but they are perfect for for organic models, but struggle quite a lot for hard surface retopology. But this QRemeshify does a very good job with that. Before we jump right into the process of creating it, let's just go over what basically how to use this tool. So let's start with the Boolean. If you want to create Boolean in Blender, it's quite easy. Like I said, you want to select your object, go to your modifier, and search for Boolean, and it allows you to add the Boolean modifier. You could do this with both object and collection, so you can put all your Kota objects into a collection, or you could do this as an individual object. So for this particular situation, we'll be using it as an object type. And then we want to select the object, which is this cube. And once we do it, we can, if we go into transparent mode, we can see we have got through the object. But to make the whole visibility process quite easy, you want to select the cube and go to viewport display and set the display type to bounds. So this makes the process quite enjoyable and fun. So where does Bool 2 comes in, since you can already do this in Blender? It just makes this process quite automatic. So rather than going ahead and setting up all of these things, you can just add your cube and select your sphere, and we can press Ctrl Subtract, and it subtracts it. It has an interface somewhere that I cannot seem to locate, and I am not going to do it. Oh, it's right here. So if you go to edit, you can see everything it can help you do. So it has other cool functions that we're going to try. Let's do slice. Oh, pretty cool. So we'll be using all of this in this tutorial. So the next one is the QRemeshify. That's a very nice name. So what does this do? It helps you retopologize your mesh. So let's see. Let's apply this first. So this is a Boolean code, and if we want to remesh it, and we try to do it with Blender's solution, which works best for organic models, but for hard surface it struggles sometimes. So we could use the voxel remesh solution, which fails to retain those sharp edges even in this simple mesh. The next solution is the QuadriFlow, and we can remesh, and it still struggles to retain the edges. Maybe I'm not exploring it well, or I'm missing something, though there are a couple of options like preserve sharp and preserve mesh boundaries. So let's see what that does. So we're not really getting the result we need. So that's where the QRemeshify comes in. And for this, we can go to the view or tools, just collapse all of this. Of course, yours won't look this crowded, but you'll find it here after you've installed it. It has very little options, which makes it fun. So usually what you want to play with is either the sharp detect and the density. The density is self-explanatory. It's basically if you use lower value, you get a very high dense mesh, and if you use higher values, you get a more sparse or optimized mesh. So if we set this to let's say 3 and remesh it, you can see we get very nice result, and you could even get like some nice looking edge loops. So that's the tools, and I hope I will leave the link for the QRemeshify that you can get on Gumroad. You could choose to support the creator if you choose you want, and Boolean tool, Boolto is also, it comes with Blender. You just need to download it from the extension. Okay, so let's start on how to create your own helmet. So we'll start with adding a simple sphere in the center of the scene, scale it up. I might be using some shortcuts because that's how I work. So that's why I have the screencast key for you to follow along, especially if you miss something I did. Okay, so once we have this sphere, we want to go ahead and add a cube, and we'll use the Boolean. So we'll select this, shift select this, and control subtract, and we'll just align this like this. So let's create a next section, just like an indection here. So we have that, and scale it up depending on how much or how far you want it to go. Next, we want to create like a glass or visor region. So for that, we can just duplicate the sphere. I'm going to remove all the modifiers there because I want to use it as a cutter object, and we'll create a new cutter here. So we could do the slicing. So if we go to tools, edit, and we do Boolean, the slice. Okay, it retained that, so that's nice. So basically we want to slice it to create this visor, so depending on what you need. Okay, so the basic functionality, we have the visor and we have this opening. So let's modify some of the shapes a bit, and we can pull this up, create a nice cool shape. I forgot to turn on symmetry. So in the sculpt mode, we want to go to tools and symmetry, turn on the X symmetry, and we can pull this out nicely, create a nice shape. So depending on what you're trying to create. Okay. Maybe I'll pull this out like that. Cool. So I want to create like a nice panel around here. To do that, I just need to duplicate this and scale it out slightly, just offset it. And let's go to the edit, right? Yeah, and we do slice again. So we get nice cut here. So next let's create some nice panels that go maybe around like this. So to do that, we want to add the cursor to selected, add a cube. So now we'll do some little modeling. Select this edge and Control B to bevel. And if you scroll your middle mouse, it bevels it this way. And we can do the slice Okay, so we do the on the x-axis, so it fills up nicely. So this is our slice, and we can reuse this. So let's make this a bit more visible. We'll use this as a transparent. So we want to create another slice right here. Just slice. Okay, cuts it out for us nicely. And maybe another one down here. And we do slice. So we have our shape snoop looking nice. Another great thing about this tool, it organizes all our Boolean quarters for us. So we can select them and invert the selection. If you don't have any object in the scene, we can do convert to mesh. So this goes in and applies all the Boolean modifier, and we can delete all the quarters from the scene. So if you're happy with the shape, you can move on to the next step. So as you can see, the shape we have here is very, you can basically use it for subdivision. That's why we need to remesh it. So like I demoed for you, the remeshing process is we'll be using the Remeshify, and we can go to the tools, Q Remeshify, and I will be using a density of about 2. Let's go ahead and save this first. And we do the Q Remeshify. And it gives a very nice decent result. Obviously, if you're doing this for production, I will 100% advise you to properly retopologize this. Yeah, so this is a very nice place to start. So it's great for creating base mesh that you can probably go on to sculpt some more to add more details and refine the shape even some more. What are you doing? Apply your rotation and scale. Sure. So if you notice, the object was jumping around, and that's because of I think the bool tools kind of parents some of the quarters and the sliced object to one object. So ensure you like select all, clear parents, and clear and keep transformation, and we can set this to 3 and remesh everything. Okay, so it's done, and this is the result now. And if we select all and go to object, shade smooth, and we can add subdivision. So I'm doing that with my own shortcut, but you can go here, search, and add subdivision surface. So just from very quick prototyping work, we kind of have very decent looking result. Sometimes you might have some artifacts. It's not very visible because we're using low poly. But if for this situation, if we increase this, you might get some of this artifact, which is for sure not desirable. A quick fix will be to use the smooth laplation modifier. We add that. Let's move it above the subdivision, and let's set this to like 150. So this does a very good job in smoothing and maintaining the shape of your object. Something you can do to even preserve the edges of, like, if we don't want to kind of smooth out these edges, we just select the edge loops and create a new vertex group, add them there. So if we go to the weight paint, you can see we have these areas selected, and we can use it as a mask and invert it. So now it's going to smooth everything, and it tries to retain, or it will retain the areas we masked out. So we'll do the same thing here. just like 150 and mask out that region. There we go. So you can go ahead and apply it. And now you can modify. Pull it out. Yeah, so that's it. We can do like little materials, fun stuff here. So I'll be using Eevee to just quickly present this. For the materials, we'll create a very simple, nice layer one. Make it a bit metallic and reduce the roughness so it's shiny. Reduce the metallic a bit. And then we can make everything link the material. Then we can modify them as individual materials. So let's make this rubber. And we can maybe give this a white color. Probably white is not working. Something like this. And for this, we give it glass color. So if you don't know, if you name a material glass, blend automatically. I'm kidding. So we'll set the base color to white. We can reduce the transparency slightly. And for the transmission, we set this to 1, and we have our glass. If you want it to be a bit opaque, you can set this to, you can reduce the transmission weight. So let's create cool inside with lamps or lights, sorry. So we're using a point light. Give it like a green color. Okay, we'll adjust this glass slightly. And then if you want to make it look awesome, you add volumetrics. There you go. You have a very cool helmet. So that's it for this video. So like I said, I'll be leaving the link in the description if you want to check it out. Also, I would no, that's all I'm gonna do. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment and tell me what you liked about it and what you would like to see some more. If you want to see a proper topology of an asset like this, you let me know in the comments. That would probably be the next tutorial coming up. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you wish to see more from me, and please like this video so that Blender can, YouTube can recommend it to other Blender users or people that we can invite to our cult. Yeah, so bye bye for now. See you guys next time. Happy New Year, and yeah.